Good morning everyone, today we're going to be talking about the base game because Sega has finally decided to add in some old urgent quests into the base game urgent quest pool, which is very nice because there are some really fun urgent quests which are finally coming back. But before we jump into that, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So as you can see over here, the PSO2 Twitter has finally made a nice little graphic. They originally posted this yesterday on Discord, however it wasn't in a fancy graphic which was easy to read, so I didn't really cover it yet. But since they made this fancy graphic, we can finally talk about it. So over here is a list of all the urgent quests which Sega have decided to add back into the base game. Now most if not all of these urgent quests were actually available during episode 5 of the base game, and out of this entire list, my favorite is going to be the Imposing Iron Assault as well as Iron Juggernaut of the High Seas. This one's really fun. You do pilot an AIS, which is basically a Gundam throughout the entire fight, so there is that, but it is a very fun fight. I really enjoyed this. My second most favorite is of course going to be Deus Esca over here. Deus is always an amazing fight, and the best thing about the Deus fight is after you complete the original urgent quest, you actually have like a rematch. There's like a revenge version of it, where it's a lot harder and you're limited to 4 players, and of course you do have a very short time limit and you get punished really hard if you die too many times. And then the last one is of course the Lunar Phantasm Matriarch. This is also another favorite of mine. So these 3 urgent quests over here are things that I'm looking forward to. The rest up here are okay, you know, they were alright for me. I was not the biggest fan of Mining Base. I really didn't like Mining Base Operations VR, and the Castrum Demonica ones were pretty cool for the first couple times, but then I got really tired of them, maybe because I just did it so many times. But the big kicker is right here. Also, Buster Medals added to Urgent Quest Cradle of Darkness. This is amazing because I don't know if you guys have played Buster Quest, but I freaking hate Buster Quests. I hate it with a passion, and I just really dislike running Buster Quest. So being able to get the Buster Medals now through Urgent Quest Cradle of Darkness, which is amazing, you know, Cradle, everyone's running Cradle because that's pretty much the best way to make Meseta extremely quickly. So yeah, now everyone can farm for Meseta as well as get your Buster Medals, so that you can buy out all the cosmetic items in the Buster Medal exchange shop, which is very nice. But with this out of the way, let's talk about NGS. So there is a bug currently going on in the Battle of Halfia, so this is Dark Falls Aegis, where the background music doesn't play properly. I personally have not had this problem, but then again, I do have the music relatively low, so I probably might have just missed it and not heard it. But when you get this bug, I think the music just like gets stuck and just starts looping over and over, and it's really annoying and really dumb. So Sega does know that this is a problem, and well, as you can see over here, it's in progress, so they're currently working on it. The next thing I want to cover is there will be no scheduled maintenance on March 28th. That is not this coming maintenance, that's the next one, alright? So there's still going to be maintenance this week. It's the week after that we won't get maintenance. And last but not least, I just want to give everyone a heads up that by farming the trials in PSE zones as well as exploration zones, the ones where Satyr as well as Peppy show up, they do have a chance of dropping the Spring 2023 special scratch tickets just by completing their trial. So I just want you guys to know that, hey, you might get some of these tickets by running PSE bursts as well as just completing trials and exploration zones, maybe your Dreadkeeper farming or whatever. You know, there is a chance of getting these tickets to drop. However, it only drops from the Satyr as well as Peppy trials, alright? It has to be their trials specifically. All the other trials do not have a chance of dropping these tickets, so if you are farming for the tickets specifically, your best bet is still going to be the limited time quest. Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye!